Exit. Fix. My bad. Lamont. That's me. Yeah. Let's go. I'ma be the best me, it's all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me, I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gonna remember me when they bet against me. Them people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me. You deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves. All the ones in memory. We can feel your energy. We send our love and you. I face myself in verses, they just okay with verses. I want the best me, so I figured I'd create the version with all tires, y'all liars and them lasers swerving. My wordplay be perfect placement, I know it makes you nervous. Couldn't pay my mom's back, even with the latest purses. You pray the way them curses, all them days you stayed in churches. Your little boys, I know you hated how we played the cursing. That rap music drawn fluence and it plays its purpose. Enriched our lives, never basic when these raps will surface. I know how to rank you for it, I love you and I thank you for it. Mommy, you give a shit last, I'm putting you first. I'm sorry for the things we did that caused you to hurt. It go, I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me, I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gonna remember me when they bet against me. Them people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me, you deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves. All the ones in memory, we can feel your energy. Send a love to you. A cross possession, but not picture perfect. I give advice over our moves because I think you're worth it. I'm flawed like your name when I write it out in cursive. I know my angels lurking, even if I ain't attend your surface. Help me complete my purpose, keep me safe from them jealous ones that can't tell us none. Haters be like them broke hitters, that dirt weed who can't tell us none. Rap game, everybody wanna deal. What the hell is this? A sale or something? The way they ride them waves, gonna mess around and get a sale or something. Defeating all my weaknesses, I don't even know what weak it is, but the best is yet to come. I know it's hard for you to see it big. The hurt and loss and trauma is still strengthening up my armor. It's still people wishing me back. I know they still getting that karma. Listen, I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'm coming for everything. I put that on everything. You deserve the better things. I deserve the better things. When they go against us, then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gonna remember me when they bet against me. Then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me. You deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves. All the ones in memory. We can feel your energy. We send our love to you. I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gonna remember me when they bet against me. Then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me. You deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves. All the ones in memory. We can feel your energy. We send our love to you. Here we go, I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo, when they expect you to lose. And it's your choice if you choose. Keep my movement on the move. Let's go. Here we go. I take the good with the bad. I swear there's no looking back. Just focus on where I'm at. They tried to count me out. Only God knows when I'm done. I'm shining just like the sun. Until then, I'm having fun. You feel me? This one goes out to those feeling hopeless. It's a struggle, that's the reason why I wrote this. But take your iPhone out and note this. And type out, turn pain into focus. And keep it moving, stay focused on your routine. Your past felt, let's get you on the new things. That past stuff don't define you. I had to drop this track to remind you. Yo, I did my best after dealing with stress. Keep fighting under pressure. It's all the text. They thought that I was done. Yeah, I hear they upset. Assumed that I was finished and they probably had bets. But I just kept on working on my bars, yo. I went from mixtape straight into song mode. Now my CD got a oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yo, I wrote this song right here just to prove that I could write a pop record if I wanted to, and I succeeded. Like, it's one of my most played songs on Spotify, almost 30,000 streams. So let's go. Here we go. I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo. When they expect you to lose, and it's your choice if you choose. Keep my movement on the move. Let's go. Here we go. I take the good with the bad. I swear there's no looking back. Just focus on where I'm at. They tried to count me out. Only God knows when I'm done. I'm shining just like the sun. Until then, I'm having fun. You feel it? This one goes out to those feeling hopeless. It's a struggle, that's the reason why I wrote this. But take your iPhone out and note this. And type out, turn pain into focus. And keep it moving, stay focused on your routine. Your past failed, let's get you on the new things. That past stuff don't define you. I had to drop this track to remind you. Yo, I did my best after dealing with stress. Keep fighting under pressure. It's all the text. They thought that I was done. Yeah, I hit it upset. Assumed that I was finished and they probably had bets. But I just kept on working on my bars, yo. I went from mixtape straight into song mode. Now my CD got a barcode. All my tracks on iTunes, you can download. But yo, this for y'all who persevered, who did it all alone with no person there. Don't even be mad, don't curse, swear. Cause the good thing about it is you're prepared. I learned a lesson through the depression. I had to cross people out. Yeah, I made corrections. Y'all could count me out cause I count on me. I'm in a brand new place where I'm proud to be. Let's go. Here we go. I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo. When they expect you to lose, and it's your choice if you choose. Keep my movement on the move. Let's go. Here we go. I take the good with the bad. I swear there's no looking back. Just focus on where I'm at. They tried to count me out. Only God knows when I'm done. Wow. I'm shining just like the sun. Wow. Until then, I'm having fun. Yo. It's a real cold world that we living in. But stay strong, don't let them see you giving in. If people laugh at the hell that you living in and make jokes when your options is limited, if be the ones telling you what's up, only come around when they use you up. And that's the reason you ain't really got nothing. That's not your real friends and I'm not fronting. The difference between me and the competition, they rely on cruise and I'm self-sufficient. Yeah, I cut people off when I had suspicion. I just felt bad vibes in my intuitions, but I'm up. I don't care if you down. I swim with deep water when you prayed, I drowned. Took flights out of town, never stayed around, and thank God when the plane lands safe on ground. But this for my people living with restrictions, going hard trying to kick addictions. You can do it here, my conviction. This is true story. We don't deal with fiction. Let the song lift you up. Take this as a keepsake. You deserve it all. Don't deal with cheapskates. LeBron on the track, yo, it's more than just he say. My first week, I need it like it's Jordan release day. Here we go. All right, let's go. So listen, this is your boy LeBron Potent Pondering back with another video. Please come in and thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel. You know, every time I get on here, I say I'm not gonna play the music this time, and then I just end up playing it. So it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna chop this video up anyway, so it is what it is, you know. So yeah, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. You know, I definitely wanted to come and talk about this Young Miami JT City Girlness, Saucy Santana mixed in the middle of it. Like, I want to know what y'all think about this too. I find it to be very interesting that Saucy Santana is always finding a way to be meddled in between JT and Carisha. Like, was you raised with them? Was you a friend who, like, I don't understand how he got into the mix with it, but we're going to wait until we get there though. I hope all of y'all doing well. Monday evening. I hate, you know what? The reason why I don't like Mondays is because I get to work from home on Monday and I got to go into the office on Tuesday. So it's like, I'm really dreading it because you got to get dressed up. Even though I like the whole mix of, like, you know, getting out, going into traffic and doing all of that. But, yeah, it's just one of those things where I wish I could work home every day. So I'm going to put that into the universe. Wait, did I put that in my bio? Let me see something. Please make sure that you support this channel by sharing my video. Also, you can also support my channel by supporting. Let me put my Cash App in the description because I didn't make my overlay yet. And I didn't want to keep having female rapidly up there because people are like, I thought you switched the channel name. And if you keep singing that, it's like, oh, let me make sure it's my let me make sure my Pac-Man thing is up there. Wait, I'm not going to see that until it's time to share my screen. Let me make sure that that's intact. That's intact. All right, so let me put my Cash App tag in my description. So if anybody wants to support my channel, I also need to put my, let me just put that there. All right, support the show. Boom. Boom, boom, boom on your, All right. So it should be there now. Oh, the stream has already started. I got to go to the YouTube studio and do it. That's so annoying. That's what StreamYard. I should have knew better than that though. So yeah. How was your weekend? Was your weekend, the weekend never seems to be long enough for me, especially because I do so much, maybe if I was one of those people who sat home the whole weekend, like some people just be like, I didn't do nothing. Like, I wish I could relate to that, but I can't relate to that. Shoot, like, even going to the gym 2 times on Saturday and Sunday, like that gives me, and that's outside of the other things that I do. So, like you gotta, to me, it's like, I'd rather stay busy because I don't want to be one of those people who don't have nothing going on and you ain't doing nothing, you ain't nah. Yo, I really thought about it today. Not to gloat or it's better for me. Like, you could gloat on whatever you want to gloat on. Support the show. You can gloat on whatever you want to gloat on, but to me, I really thought about it like today. Well, actually, I was thinking about this yesterday. I said, on average in a month, I run over 200 miles per month. 200. So where are the people who work out at? Like, how many miles are you putting up in a month? Because I thought about it because there's one girl who I be watching on I watch on YouTube. She's a vlogger, and she was like, her goal for the month was 75 miles. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, I really could do that in like less than, yeah, I do like 100, I do like 50 miles every week. So 50 miles every week, she doing her goal was, listen, if you think about it, 75 miles is better than the people who not walking at all. I told you I looked something up the other day and it said that the average person walks 2 miles a day. Now I know it's some people looking straight at me in this camera and you know that you don't walk 2 miles a day. I don't know why they said that that's the average. Well, that's not true. You know that the average person does not walk 2 miles per day. If people walk 2 miles per day, there would be less obesity. It would be a lot of things, less health related ailments and things like that. I think people should walk, but yeah. I said, yo, 200 miles in a month is crazy. That's why it's like now I got to get all new clothes and stuff like that. All of my stuff is like, I got more workout clothes than I have actually clothes now, but I'm kind of proud of that though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to everybody who works out and putting health first. Health is so vital, yo. Because what I'm trying to tell you is you got to think into the future. Don't think now when you just eating them French fries and putting all that trans fat and acrylate up in your body, because that's what happens when potatoes are fried. It turns into that chemical acrylate or whatever, right? Limit that. I'm not telling you can't have it, but you should limit it. Limit the type of foods that you eat, but you should be trying to get in more exercise. Exercise is vital. It's vital for your cognitive abilities too, like, so just make sure that you try to work that in there. And if you're one of those people, especially if you've been inoculated, I would advise you, anybody, go to the doctor, have your routine physical and stuff, get checked out, especially because, I don't want you to be falling out and nothing like that. But I do think that people need to become more health conscious and try to add as much physical activity as possible. Like, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this, and then I'm gonna move on. So I was on my Twitter page and I seen some people talking about the weekend, and it was like people was talking about like working out, and they was like, "Oh, it's the weekend. I'll go back to working out on Monday." And I'm literally thinking to myself, you're probably spending more time on your phone. You've probably spent. Listen, let's keep it real. How many hours are you? You know how this is how I talk to myself. Now I talk crazy to myself, like in a good way though. When I be sitting here and I get off work and I be like, I'm tired, I'm not going to the gym. My inner voice is, yes, you are going to the gym. It's not my fault that you stayed up to 1 o'clock last night. You still going to the gym. That's how I push myself through it. And I figured that if I can be on my phone scrolling for the minimum for an hour, I could have worked out in that hour. That's how you got to start holding yourself accountable. You got all these excuses, and then listen, the summer is. Listen, shout out to everybody who also held themselves down through the winter, because people, it's like they get nervous when spring break come, then they all of a sudden they want to work out and they want to be active and fit. You should have been doing that through the winter, baby. So you could have been that somersault. So you could have did that somersault, and now it's about to be May, and it's gonna start looking like the results ain't responsive around this month. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta make sure that you hold yourself. Like, I eat more vegetables than anything, and that's with any meal. Any meal, I eat more vegetables every day than any meat that I consume. But yeah, treat yourself good. So we got to be around for a long time, and yeah, you know what I'm saying. So let me read some of these comments before I move on and go into my first topic. So by the way, let's see. You said, why don't women wear do-rags instead of bonnets? I'm not sure. I work 16 hours a day on the weekends. I look forward to my weekdays. Oh, dang. Well, guess what? When you on them lunch breaks, make sure that you keeping the blood flowing. Make sure that you can walk on your breaks and stuff like that as well. So listen, the first thing I wanted to go into is because I know that a lot of people don't really pay attention to stuff like this. I wanted to go into this situation because I know that it's good to just educate people on things like this. But I want to talk about the so the whole influx of migrants in the United States. Well, Chicago is a sanctuary city, and they have an influx of migrants out there. I have an opinion on how I feel about this. I'm not going to play this full 8-minute video, but I just want to play some bits and pieces of it. So just give me a second so I could bring this up properly. Properlized. Hold on. I ain't positioned my camera right. Damn. Well, let me just go like this and then I'll just play it. So let's go. So that's why I was rushing. I should have.
4:30, Mayor Brandon Johnson wants President Biden to issue more work permits for migrants.
Nearly 10,000 people are now living in Chicago shelters, and more than 38,000 have come to the city since the buses started arriving from the southern border. But as Christian Farr explains, the undocumented people who've been here even longer say they need help too.
We are in solidarity with our long-term migrants.
At the Chicago Urban League headquarters in Bronzeville.
My parents have also been living undocumented for the past 22 years.
A large group of community leaders joined Mayor Brandon Johnson in an effort to secure legal work permits for nearly 500,000 undocumented Chicago residents. Mariana Gutierrez has been undocumented since coming to the U.S. with her parents at 7 months old.
So I'm urging President Biden to use his executive power and grant my parents, and everyone else in our community work permits in order for us to work and have good paying jobs.
That was the message that everyone tried to deliver during this roundtable discussion.
So listen, I think I'm not going to drown you out with that because, I want to start introducing different topics like that to my channel just to speak about it because this is my opinion on it, right? And this is my first question. Can we go to any other country and, as a migrant and be able to request what they're requesting, long-term or short-term? Like if you're not a citizen or if you don't have like a work visa or, so this is how I personally feel, right? Based on what I've been seeing as it pertains to like the migrant crisis hitting Chicago and New York. You know what's so crazy? When I went to New York to visit my mom back in August, we stayed in a hotel, right? And this was a 4-star hotel. When we got to this hotel, it was this, and I'm not trying to be funny or like trying to demean anybody, but it was this real like seedy feeling to it. And I'm like, wait a minute, I looked up, I'm like, I paid like $170 for a night for this hotel. But the thing that I didn't understand being in Texas, and I'm pretty sure that Texas has like, migrants, immigrants, whatever, right? But the thing about it is that I noticed that like something was just off about it. And so I remember I did like a review on the website. I'm like, looked up the reviews, and the people on the website was like, this is a 4-star hotel. They have migrants staying here, XYZ. And I said, oh, this is why I felt the way when we pulled up and there was all these people in the back. And I'm like, wait a minute, like what? Like it was really weird. So they have these people staying in 4-star hotels. Mind you, we have people sleeping at the city missions and homeless shelters on floors or outside, with all types of pests running around. I don't have no issue I don't have any issues with any migrants or anybody who wants a better life. But the one thing you got to realize is that there's people already in this country who are homeless, who need more. And it's like, it seems as though like migrants, they can come over here and they'll be able to attain shelter, whether they got them staying in like, 4-star hotels, obviously, right? Reaping benefits and everything like that. I just want to know, are we able to go to their country and, get the same type of treatment? Also, you have people in the city of Chicago who are complaining about how the migrants, they are bringing like crime. Their neighborhoods are turning into a mess. And it's like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, like, as far as like the whole, like the political game, what does that do? How does that better a community? Because, places like Chicago, they'll be quick to say that the unemployment rates are up for like Black people, right? But the thing about it is, if you think about it, if you have all of these undocumented, give me a second, let me just take that off the screen. If you have all of these undocumented migrants that are working and they're trying to get like work visas and stuff like that, what jobs do you think they're going to be taking away? Of course, they're going to be taking, the girls said they want good, decent paying jobs. But if you're coming in and you're trying to get a job on that level, what jobs do you think they're going to be taking? They're going to be taking the jobs that the teenagers and the people who are, less than qualified, like the fast food jobs, the janitorial jobs and things like that. So it's like, if migrants are coming in from Venezuela, different countries, Venezuela, they've really seen a spike in that, and with the migrants from there. So, and there's no huge reason why they're even coming over. They just want better, right? And I understand that you should want better for your family, but they're not even trying to escape political asylum. Like, there's nothing crazy going on. They just want to come here. So think about all of the people who are sitting in the United States, in Chicago, and they not getting any type of support or push like that. So not only have I heard conversations where people say they hire migrants so that they can, pay them cheaper, cheap labor, or, pay them less, whatever, right? I just feel like it's wrong, like, for the United States to do something like that. It's so mixed up, because it's like you're helping migrants who are coming from Venezuela. Then you have the governor of Florida talking about if any of the migrants from Haiti came over there to escape political asylum, which was really going crazy over there. If they came over there, then they were going to ship them to Guantanamo Bay, which is a detention center, which has a whole crazy history with what they did to Haitians. And then he even says something, the governor of Florida, he's made some sort of comment saying like, oh, if the migrants come over here from Haiti, then we're going to send them to Martha's Vineyard, whatever, right? Now, I felt like that had some little racial undertones, because it's just like Martha's Vineyard is special because it has history of like being one of the places where people of color could go and be at the beach. So it's just like this country, I don't know. I'm starting to see a lot of like weird things. How are you going to be more invested in, the mayor of Chicago? He talking about he wants to invest all this money. And I don't want y'all to take this like I'm trying to like talk down and saying that migrants, they're still human beings. They're human beings like us, right? But you got to worry about what's going on in your own backyard first before you try to take care of somebody else. What about all of the kids who need jobs for the summers? And then like, this is, what, I'm about to move on from this, but I just want to say this, right? So the migrant issue is causing issues everywhere. The crime in New York, the crime in Chicago, like those are two sanctuary cities, right? It's causing issues everywhere. But the thing about it is, it's like, wait, I already bridged the thought about the whole Haiti thing. So it's causing issues for everybody. Damn, I just got my train of thought. Damn. That Haiti thing really just threw me off, because I don't understand how they can't get no help. But you got the mayor of Chicago trying to help so many people. But it's like, if the Haitians come over here, they turn them around, but they are trying to escape for a good reason. Like, they're trying to escape famine, violence, crime, all types, right? Damn, I hate when that happens. Yeah, and I know for a fact that in New York, it's like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if y'all seen like the news, but they have like squatters who are taking over people's apartments and stuff, like homes. They taking over their homes and stuff. And like a lady, I think she ended up being unalive because somebody was squatting in her home and they ended up doing her dirty. It's just a lot going on. I don't understand this country. That's just the, the bottom line of it all. And I don't understand how you have so much help for other people, but you don't want to help out. And it's like the United States, you have a huge history of what you guys done to Haiti, like, from the 1800s. It's like, if anything, y'all owe them money, and they want to make it seem like they dumping some lousy sums of money over there to think that they're going to help the country. It's like, why y'all not helping them out like y'all helping people from Venezuela? Like, I don't get it. Let's see. It takes a lot to travel. Let's see. Not just that a lot of Americans with whole degrees can't find jobs either. They come over here and get free degrees, right? You get a free ride. That's not fair. We can't go over to any other country and just have expectations on it, have specific expectations that we want them to provide to us. And So Chicago, they complaining about the crime from the mic. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I was so mad. Listen, I think a little bit too much, and then I'm going to move on after this, right? You know what I think about when I hear the stories about the people in New York City and the people in Chicago who complain about the violence and the crime that's coming from the migrants, right? And I'm not saying all, just like you can't say all any type of nationality, race of people, right? But then it's like, those people want the entry level jobs that it's like, you know, our kids, or, you know, your daughter wants a part-time job at Subway. She's in 11th or 12th grade. She want to make a little money, or she want to work at McDonald's, or whatever the case may be. Then it's like, I don't think people put enough thought into this. Like, do you know who your child is working with when they're working on these shifts? Do you know who they're working with? Do you know the type of person that they're working with? They could be working with somebody who's psycho, somebody who just got the job. And it's just like, they could, I don't know. My mind goes everywhere. So it's like, you got to just be careful. Think about that. You know, I try to, that's like one of my, like my subcategories of thoughts. And that's been on my mind for years. If you have a teenager and they want a job, so, you know, they want a job so bad, sometimes you got to pop up and see who's working there and who's around your child. Don't just send your child off into the Subway. They working at Subway. They working at McDonald's. It's like people there don't like, I'm not saying that that's not a job and it's not a valuable position, but you have to be careful who your child is working around. Yeah. And I can honestly speak to that from actually being in a situation like that and seeing this girl go through that when I worked at a job, you know, but she put herself in situations. But as far as like, she didn't have any type of like acts of crime committed against her. But what I'm just saying is, it's just like with crime on the rise, it's like, you don't know who's around your child and you trying to send them off to get some little Jordan money, making, you know, whatever they're making per hour there. Just be careful. That's all I will say. You said no, because they're undocumented, probably unmedicated too. Man. Listen, hold on a second. Give me a second. Let me do something. I want to do something really quick. I hate that my camera is like that. I should have just positioned it right. So I want to go over to my other StreamYard and give me a second. Yeah, but you know, people who have lived in this country, they don't get nothing. But then, you know, they get the bottom of the bottom. Give me a second. No. Hold on a second. Damn, that shit just blew my. See, this is why you gotta. I was doing so much other things before I came on this live. This is why you gotta be set up before, you know. Give me a second. Oh. Give me a second. I ain't in no gang, but got shooters and not bang bang. Let's see. I look stupid. All right, that's better. I ain't in no gang, but I got shooters and they bang bang. All right, so you know the regular Tyrones won't stand up and fight because of their preference. Right. I like refried beans. You don't like refried beans? Oh, I love when I go to Papacitos and they got those refried beans. I love them. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like the whole situation with migrants and how it relates to people who are already citizens of this country, you know, looking for employment. Like, you know, of course, everybody's not going to want those entry level jobs that they go after. Not saying that they can't get educated. I'm just trying to make sure I cover my bases. Just because you're a migrant doesn't mean that you're not intelligent and you won't eventually rise. But it's like, I think they said Chicago. Don't get me wrong. It's either one of these numbers. It's either 300,000 or 700,000 migrants that they have currently over there. Do you know what that's going to do? That, like, in the Democratic mind, they're thinking like, oh, it's boosting the economy and that it's going to, you know, add more, you know, value as far as like the country. But I think that does a disservice, and they want to talk about that they want to talk about unemployment is down amongst Black Americans in Chicago. So how do we know? And then listen, I know that I'm not the only person who experiences this. How many times have you went to a place and they look like they only hire a certain type of people? That's all I'm saying. So are you trying to do that because are you only hiring that because you know that certain people are going to complain about wage, and then you feel like you can do that to migrants? Because there was also some scandal going on with the Tyson Chicken Factory. I think it was out in Iowa. I think they laid off all of the people there, or they said that they was closing, but they said, I'm not sure if it's that location, but I know that people were talking about that they're trying to fill all of those positions with migrants. That's not fair. Like, and see, this is what I'm going to say before I move on. I know a lot of people have a lot of hate for President Trump. Now, I'm not saying that I'm for him or against him, right? I'm not. He's done some things that's been questionable that I don't like. But what I will tell you is that there are a lot of people of color who feel like Biden is not getting it right, and they feeling like they're not going to vote for him next time, especially with the situation like with migrants going on. I don't think y'all understand. Do a search on YouTube and just search around to see what the conversation is like with people talking about it. Like, you know, the governor, I can't even believe that it's like the mayors really be standing. And it's so hard for me to say this in full without like giving little disclaimers. But I feel like, you know, if we are American, we should be able to say that everybody deserves a chance at life. But you literally coming over here and taking all of the resources from the people in this country. And then it's like they can't get a job. They're getting all of the Medicaid, all of the public assistance. And it's like, if you fall on hard times, they tell you make too much money. You make $12, $13 an hour. You can't get no food stamps. It's just crazy to me. But I don't know. That's America. We always trying to like, you know, get in the middle of something. So, and the mayor of Chicago talking about he want migrants to be comfortable. He want, you know, want anybody to be comfortable. Whatever. So let's move on. I wanted to bring up this thing. I'm not even going to mention it because I know I'm not going to have time to go into it. Let's just go straight over to the neighborhood talk. Let's go over here. Wait, what was the first post? Let me go down because there was so much going on. Let me bring this up first. How many of y'all seen this earlier today when they said Asian Doll says that Wale is the worst celebrity because he has a bad attitude? Yo, I don't think y'all understand. Like this girl, and you know, people watch my videos who like Asian Doll because they always make points to leave comments in my comment section explaining why she's this and that. I don't have no issue against Asian Doll, but she's a person to me. I would hate being friends with somebody like her. The reason why is because she's tone deaf. She doesn't realize there's nothing worse than a person who doesn't realize how they show up, right? There's nothing worse than a person who doesn't realize how they show up. Every time there's a situation going on, you see right here, and I'm not even going into the Meek Mill situation. Meek Mill was going through it, you know, earlier with Wale. That's all that I must say. But the part of it that I noticed is just that Asian Doll, she's like, Wale is the worst celebrity ever. His attitude is stank, and he always mugging with. She called him unattractive, right? So he ended up eventually responding to her. But my whole thing is just like this girl, like and this is a prime example. You noticed the other day when Glorilla and JT was going through it, she made a way to insert herself into it. She found I'm not even sharing it with you. I'm sorry. So she found a way to insert herself into this drama. It's like, why? It's like, my thing is, with you not being self-aware is that you don't realize you don't have anything going on. Is Baddies not lit enough that you're going to be getting some clout in the coming weeks? Or is there a specific fight scene or something that you're going to be on? Because it's given that you always try to latch on to every popular topic all the time. It's drain. I don't think she realizes that people get literally tired of her for doing that. So that was Asian Doll chiming in on the Meek Mill when him and Wale was going through, you know, whatever back and forth earlier. So somebody said that the pot calling the kettle black. Somebody said Wale is not ugly. He mentions often that he has anxiety real bad and it's hard for him to be social, not about to just dogpile on Wale. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So out of all three of these people, Wale is the least problematic, and I'm going to just leave it at that. That's a fact. I think Asian Doll has a lot of misplaced anger because she didn't, her career, you have to realize, right? Now at this point, she is in a kind of like a bin of like a cash doll of Ruby Rose. It's like, yeah, you look good, but are you going to happen, or is it going to happen for you? When's the next big hit? She had none of that ish. That came and left. She had Fun Dudes, and that came and left. And I've even liked some of her songs. I didn't like Fun Dudes. I didn't like that song, but I like some of Asian Doll's music. But it's just like you end up just being a pretty face with nothing really going on. But I wish her the best though. Still, if Sexy Red could, and listen, I know people could front like they happy for people, but if you see Sexy Red come up, I know Asian, I'll be like, how did she make it? And I didn't. I'm much rawer. She always say she raw. She raw. I'm raw. But it's something that connected with Sexy Red. And I think even if it is the Nicki Minaj feature that put her into a different stratosphere where people, she built up a little fan base or whatever. So I just want to talk about that. Asian Doll's annoying sometimes. Let's see. Oh yeah, what did y'all think about this? So Jonathan Majors avoids jail time in domestic violence case, gets sentenced to a 52-week domestic violence intervention program. So he was sentenced to 52 weeks in person domestic violence intervention program after being convicted of reckless assault and a third degree and harassment in December of this past December. So what did she say? I find it kind of crazy when he was running like Mr. Gump. Now listen, I will say this. This was decided, based on the ruling of his case that he got a 52-week intervention. So I'm not mad at it at all. A lot of people, especially people non-Black, they get away with things that are worse. I'm pretty sure that you've seen that people getting assaulted and they get off with probation and stuff like that. So I'm not mad at this at all. I'm not let me know what you think about it in the comments. So I just wanted to scroll through here and see what I've seen. Did y'all see anything about that Stasia? Yo, this situation was really sad with Stasia. I'm not even going to click on it because I don't even want to go there. But with Polo G's sister, Leilani, said that she got into an altercation with her mother, Stasia, on Easter, claims that Stasia allegedly blowed at her several times. She also called her mother a narcissist, right? Now, let me tell you something. I want to just say this. I don't know if any of y'all, and I know somebody has to be dealing with that because this goes across the board. It's not just exclusive to her. I know a person who's going through that right now. When you deal with a parent who's a narcissist, it's almost like they're a bully to you. And every day is something new. And it's like, every day you'll think that you're trying to be more perfect for them, and they'll find a flaw in anything and everything that you do. They will find a flaw in it. I felt bad when I seen that. And you might have looked at it and thought that she was being disrespectful. But what I seen was, because you have to realize with a narcissist, they do a lot to your energy and your emotions. I felt like her energy was suppressed. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. My mom, maybe she should have watched me. Like, she had to work. She was working 3 jobs, trying to take care of us since private school, do what she can do without being on the system, But there was some misses where it's like my mom could have probably did more in certain areas. But what you gonna do to a single parent who ain't getting no assistance and she got to take care of her boys, right? But one thing I can say is that it's the word that it's kind of scary nowadays because you could get into so much, but it's autonomy. My mother gave me autonomy. She might have nagged about certain things, like, if you didn't clean your room up or if you didn't do certain things. But my mom, she was really cool. So that's why I don't like my personality. I don't like people who are all in on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people who are just too in and they like all on you. Because what I resort to is that my mother's not even like that. What makes you think that I'm going to accept that from you? So for the people who have parents who torment them and do stuff like that, I feel bad for them because it was, to me, I could read it all over her energy. I'm going to give you an example. Somebody came down here to visit me, one of my family members, and they reached out to their mom. Now, mind you, they was probably at this time 15 years old. Now, how many girls do you know at the age of 15 was doing their own hair or whatever? So we was down here and they found somebody on Instagram who could have like pressed their hair out, did a nice trim blowout or whatever. Now the mother has to be in so much control. I seen the same type of energy in this person who came to visit me. The mother said, no, don't do this. She still took her hair out because she was so mad at her mother. But the way that she cried, because at 15 years old, that's not your hair. That's your daughter's hair. And you've been controlling her whole life. So much to the fact where she was just telling me the other day when it was her birthday, she said, do you know for my birthday, this turned 17. She said, I've never done what I wanted on my birthday. I always did what my mother wanted. And she even told me, she confronted her mother the other day and told her, like, why do I always do what you want on my birthday? Because I'm the adult and you the child. No, my mom let me do whatever I want to. I don't know. There's some sort of control issue. I really just went into that conversation just to let you know that a lot of people got that it's overlooked, because you know what? We get looked at as children. I can't relate to it as far as going through it, but I understand. We get looked at as children, and the parents will call you ungrateful. They will say all these things about you to make you look bad, but in reality, you don't do any reflecting. And yeah, you might provide and you might do nice things, but you're a horrible parent. And what that typically stems from is that they had some sort of heartbreak or trauma and drama in their life. On paper, they may be a good parent, but they don't really know how to love. And I hate to tell you this, and I know that there's somebody going through this, and I hate to tell you, these people don't change. They don't change. One thing that would make you feel good is that if they will change, is if they go into therapy and they acknowledge that they have an issue. But I hate to tell you that if you got a mother that's like that, she's never going to change. She's never going to change. You can cry your eyes out. You can do any and everything that you want to. They're never going to reflect and see that they are the problem. I see it with it. And that's not even the only situation. I see that in so many different situations. I thank God that I had a mother who listened to me, who was able to identify if it was an issue with me. Like, oh, you need to go to the doctors, or, oh, like, you know, you mentioned this in the conversation. Let me take you to a therapist so that you can speak to them and get your emotions out. I'm happy. A lot of y'all let your kids stay on these phones. You ignore them because you really low key annoyed with them. Don't be like that. Engage your children, you know, and it doesn't matter how you was raised. You got to break the cycle. So only thing, what I tell this family member is, like, take all of this in and please don't do this to your child. Don't suppress them. Ask them what they want, you know, and what people don't realize, I promise I'm gonna move on after this. When you are controlled by a narcissist and they make it seem like they make all the moves and decisions for you, you don't even know how to make your own moves. You second guess yourself. I was making decisions when I was a young age, like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I want to wear this. I want to do that. My mom, she let go. She let me be. I'm a young boy. I've been washing clothes since I was probably like 10 years old. Like, she showed us how to use the washing machine and the dryer and stuff. Autonomy is big, but you still got to watch your kids nowadays. The world is crazy, but I'm just happy that, you know, like, not to say that in the moment of her being sad, but I'm just happy that, like, I came through a human being that was not like that to me. Like, you know, because the love from your parents is everything. It really, really is. So if any of y'all going through that with your mother, because I know that there's a lot of women who go through trauma and drama with their mothers, it's like, and it's bad. I'm trying to make this family member feel like you're not the only one going through this. I know she be wanting to curse me out. I'll be like, it's so many women that talk about this online, how they have toxic relationships with their mothers, but it doesn't feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's move on. So how many people are excited for Young Miami dropping her new single on Wednesday? She's dropping a new single on Wednesday. I thought that this was weird. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think everything that's going on with Young Miami and JT, do you think that this was strategic, that they're trying to do this? So I don't know. I don't feel like this is going to, the reason why I don't think that this is going to work for Young Miami, if this was the motive, I don't think it is, because I really feel like JT has an issue, you know, both ways. I think Santana has an issue with JT too, and he just tried to play it off online today to make it seem like it was all her. People do that well with trying to make you seem like the bad person. But the scary thing about me is I don't care how you try to make me appear. I know how I feel and I know what you're doing. But anyway, as it pertains to Young Miami and this, I don't know. Are you excited for her new single? Are you going to support it? I feel like there's a dark cloud over Young Miami, just merely off the fact of her Diddy association. And JT kind of spoke to that too. You know, with her and JT going back and forth. So let's just move on. Now let's get into this right here. I believe this is when it started. So JT checked Santana after saying everything will be addressed on the show, amid fans wondering why Young Miami doesn't defend her online. I better not be mentioned. I like that she said that to Santana, because he shouldn't be in a business. Like, are you a friend of the family, or did you grow up with them? Are you a parent? Like, I don't understand. Like, he's too tied in. Get your own life. He's kind of like a Kalan, like how he always mixed up with Megan when it got something petty to do. You know, something petty to do, especially with Nicki. He always snickering in the background. So anyway, this was when Saucy Santana had responded to Khalil, and he was saying his agent, because he was calling him out saying that, you know, him being on RCA or whatever, even though his music ain't popping at all, music ain't been popping, ain't popping, won't pop. Hold on a second. Let me check this real quick. Oh, good. We still doing good. Cool. So music ain't popping, won't pop. He thought he was doing Beyonce, tried to do that Beyonce, that oh. How you flop with a sample like that? How you flop with a sample like that? That's crazy to me. So Saucy, he's in that panic phase like Cardi B is right now, like, because you know she done had enough. She's like, enough is enough. And I know he definitely feel like enough is enough, because he, you know, what is he counting on? Love and Hip Hop? I mean, what it is that they think that Love and Hip Hop is going to bring in more listeners, more shows, more chart position, and the results are just not responsive. They're not responsive. So, you know, after he said that to Khalil, JT caught wind of it, and she said, and I better not be mentioned since I'm not in an episode. Nothing should be addressed without me. Who are you? You done gave yourself position of power. You are not my power of attorney. Sit your down. That's what I'm saying. Talk that talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. Come on, baby. Talk that talk to me all night. Talk that talk. So that's when he was talking to Khalil. Oh, wait. Hold on. Why did they do this backwards? That don't make no sense. Oh, he said that he thought he was talking about Puff. He said sheesh. I thought he was talking about Puff and those allegations, just like the record of the world. What the F are you talking about? You know exactly what she's talking about. You being messy behind the scenes, but want to come in front of the scenes and act quizzical. Add this word to your shit. I'm telling you, when Judge Judy put me onto this word, like back in the early 2000s, I said, oh, this makes so much sense. I'm always one of those people. I like to learn from people. So when I hear a word, I Google it and I try to figure like, what is, I'm like, oh yeah, the people been doing this my whole life. Quizzical. They act like they don't know what's going on. Like they got a vague memory. Quizzical. They act quizzical. And it's really to manipulate you. Like, what? Huh? What happened? You know exactly what happened. You know what happened. All right. I'm not really going into that whole. So, you know, the situation happened with Young Miami earlier. She posted something about somebody hating on her or she said she posted something, some tweet. She was just a general tweet. And then somebody said, the clueless role is getting tired. So that's what Khalil said to her. She said, about what exactly? Put it on the floor. What's tea? And then he said, you know, you're a weirdo. Yo, y'all be talking crazy to these people. Y'all be talking crazy. So he said, you know, you're a weirdo. You came on here putting LOL in the middle of JT arguing like, girl, you see it. One thing about them Aquarius women, I actually hate that Aquarius women get a bad rep because I expect y'all to be better. Have I met? I got some good male friends who are Aquarius like me, but I don't know. I'm kind of ashamed that Megan Thee Stallion and Young Miami are Aquarius, because yeah, but you know what, Aquarius men and women are, they're different. They're different, you know. So that's what Khalil was talking about. You so late, and she's put question mark. Why do y'all be feeling? And you know that they could tell that he's affiliated with Nicki, because why would you feel compelled to speak to him out of everybody? You know. So that was that. And they said the girls are fighting. JT and Young Miami exchanged words. Miss Mama, this is your last day playing dumb. Yo, that's crazy. Let's see. Let's go to the top. All right. See, I don't like how they got this out of order, because I know it didn't happen this way. So what did Young Miami say? Oh, okay. So she said, Young Miami said, talking about JT, she said, a B been sneak dissing me for weeks and I ain't say nothing about it. What you mad at me for? And so JT said, oh, Miss Mama, this your last day playing dumb. And then JT let her know that she got the Glock loaded. Young Miami reposted it because she wanted to let her know that she's seen her. She's seen her talking crazy. JT said, what happens in the dark always comes to the light. And then Young Miami said, courtesy of Diddy and them old Chanel bags, especially when she gave her mother in that tattered bag, it was wrinkled. She tried to say, oh, I got this already. Anyway, so Young Miami said, I ain't jealous of a soul. I'm always like, go, B, go. I clap for everybody. I show love to everybody. It ain't a B I haven't shown love to. Did you go to Nicki Minaj tour? She been in Miami. So stop it. Stop these reindeer games. So it'll be too much for me to tweet. I would like to sit down, Carisha, please. And this time leave Santana home. So it's clear that JT is not feeling Santana. I wouldn't like somebody in our conversation anyway, because y'all didn't meet each other off the basis of Saucy Santana. And JT said, I know I come off crazy. I know I come off crazy, but never in my life did no whack-ish to this girl. She literally enjoys seeing me being dragged when people show me love. She goes crazy. Oh, I know she mad she don't got that Nicki connection. Because listen, let's keep it real. And let's not lie. JT engagements have gone up drastically. And y'all know what I'm saying is fact, because you're probably one of those people who be retweeting, getting the food, reheating. I know you be doing that. I know a lot of y'all support JT because of Nicki. I know you do. Hold on. I know a lot of y'all support her because of Nicki. So, you know, just don't lie. Her engagement is up. I ain't never see JT engagement up like that. So hold on a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold up. Let me plug my computer up real quick. Oh. Is it on? All right. It's on. Cool. All right. Wait, where we at? Let me look at the screen. Wait, why was I still sharing that one with y'all? My bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's go back over here. I apologize. So let's just rehash this real quick. She said that, you know, JT been sneak dissing her for weeks, And then she said, oh, Miss Mama, this your last day playing dumb. You know, Carisha, for me personally, she just looked like she got a low IQ. I don't know why. She just never gave me smart. I don't know why. I said that the other day too. Certain people, I could look in their face like Cardi B, like, I can tell if you're mentally astute just by how you look. Like some people just got that, why you act dumb, like dumb. They just got that type of duh, like, you know what I'm saying? It just got that look. I can't explain it. And DT said, what happens in the dark will always come to the light. And Young Miami said, I ain't jealous of a soul. I'm always like, beat, go. I clap for everybody I show love to. It ain't a beat I haven't shown love to. And you know, her and Saucy Santana probably talked about Nicki behind the scenes about that whole Carisha please thing. You know what I'm so happy with Nicki? Saucy Santana can't keep Nicki name out of his mouth, and Nicki pays him dust. She won't. I ain't saying Nicki won't ever speak to him again, but he getting paid dust. So he's trying to bring up her name, NM. Like, yo, what is wrong with this kid? He pressed. So where was we at? Oh, did y'all even see this? Tell me what you think about Young Miami's new single. I'm not excited about it. I feel like she ruined herself with that whole association with Diddy. I don't know if I had that on the screen, but I just wanted to mention that real quick. Are you ready for her single? Are you looking for it? I'm not. Young Miami says no bars and sideways are about her, and JT says they're not. You made 2 whole songs dissing me. I didn't think that. Did you think that these songs was about her? When a person feels guilty, they will feel like things are about them. No, they will feel like that. Hold on a second. First, they were saying that. See, they playing games. So it's like, what did I play or what did I say? I be constantly looking at my monetization on the back, and it's like, what did I say that made my video go yellow? Did I curse? Don't you see me actually like talking and trying to be very careful? This is how YouTube play games. This is another reason why I started chopping my videos up, because they try to play games and try not to monetize your stuff. I don't understand what I said. I'm being like, I'm actually putting thought into not using profanity. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this. I truly don't. I don't. Anyway, so let's go on. All right. So she said that Young Miami says no bars, and I was for let's see. Miami is really going through something. You responded to a stranger on Twitter. You're pathetic. What did she say? For you to come on here and try to play victim is crazy. Jatavia, you've been sneak dissing me for the last couple days. I haven't said nothing back to you. You made 2 diss songs dissing me, and I still rapped your ish with my chest and showed love. I don't like when people try to play victim, because you're not innocent either. You're not. And just because you might not be doing nothing in front of the scenes that we don't see Young Miami doing consistently, she's not supporting her friend who's in the group with her, who she gave the credit to for starting City Girls or being like, you know, the rapper of the group. I'm telling you, that whole Diddy connection made Young Miami bold. She felt as though that, you know, she's on a higher level because she was associated with Diddy. And then look how that all came crumbling down. I know that has to be the biggest laugh low-key to JT, because people was trying to talk down on her, making it seem like she was doing this and that. Saucy Santana, he's so destitute, talking about, look at my friend when she was at the Met Gala with Diddy. Why wasn't you there? Why wasn't you there? It's like so you can tell who Saucy Santana is closer to. JT probably just pushed him out. And then I can imagine that Saucy Santana is jealous because of her connection with Nicki too. So, you know, she's getting all types of enrichment, tutoring, or whatever, like career-wise from Nicki, and they ain't getting none of that. So I know you have to realize, like, when a person gets cut off and they don't have access to a thing no more, they feel a certain type of way about it. Believe me, they do. When you can't get nothing, you can't get nothing. All you doing is talking about them online. And last week, 2 weeks ago, he was talking about sending somebody a Nicki tour. Do you think that she would mind? Why did you even read the tweet? Why? And you know what was kind of sick too that I noticed today? Saucy Santana was trying to call Khalil a stan, but he tweeted you. He tweeted you, or no, he tweeted about you, and the tweet got almost 1,000 likes within 5 minutes, and you tweeted and had like 60 likes in like 3 minutes. If you're supposed to be a celebrity and an influencer, there's something really wrong there. There's something really wrong. You might want to like reevaluate. So that was that, but she's talking about JT dissed her on 2 songs. And so somebody said, Miami is really going through something. You just responded to a stranger on Twitter. You're pathetic. And I was for sure there for her from the beginning, but y'all will see this in time. I'm not, never, and never will be the problem. Have a nice day. This is kind of stupid though. I will tell you this. It seems like there's a lot of people who are enjoying the fact that this is happening. I don't think that this is cool because they came into the game together, and while you don't have to be friends, it is sad to see that, you know, it is sad to see that this happened. So let's see. So Young Miami said, let's see. She said no bars and sideways was about her. Which songs is about you? And you know, this is going to drive up the streams to them songs because people are going to go listen to those songs now. Like, you know, I don't think that JT and Young Miami hate each other, but there is definitely something going on. I feel just a little bit. And then Young Miami said, a beat trying to kick me while I'm down and play into these narratives. It's dangerous when I've been nothing but a friend to you. So she's talking about the Diddiness, right? So she said, you let the internet put it in your head that I'm jealous of you when you know I'm the one that always pushed us. You have resentment towards what? You have resentment towards me, and that's okay. Resentment for what? See, you trying to say somebody jealous of you. She said, girl, the internet told you what songs was about you. You the one saying it's City Girl. Wait, you the one saying the City Girl ish, even when it ain't City Girl ish. That was released under City Girls or the one that stayed riding solo, but I'm still in the group. Get your phone back from whoever this is, baby. Don't play with me. So JT said that to her. So then she said, in regards to the no bars and sideways, oh, wow, you're losing it. If you thought that this was why If you thought this, why not speak to me about it? You came on here and said LOL so people can ask you why you wasn't defending me. Attention seeking as usual. And I agree. Definitely attention seeker. I'm going to say this and I know I'm going to lose some of y'all. I know I'm going to lose some of y'all because I know that everybody's supporting JT now. Some of JT's social media antics, I don't like them though. Like, I don't know. I do find some of it to be a little corny, even though, you know, if you want me to be completely blunt, I don't really care for JT or Young Miami, but I do like JT more, I would say. But I don't know. I do find some of the stuff to be a little corny. But anyway, let's continue. So this is what confirmed to me that JT was talking about the Diddy situation, right? So JT says Young Miami is looking for a way out of her situation. You're a sad effing case. She looking for a way out of what situation? You mean this is the reason why she dropping this new single on Wednesday? Young Miami want this new single to go up so bad. Do you want listen, it's not about a person doing bad. Do you think Young Miami's single is going to do good? Do you think people are waiting for it or whatever? So JT, so she's after Young Miami said that she's been trying to kick her since she was down. JT said, you looking for a way out of your situation. Who was the first person that called you when it all started? You're a sad case. And she said, not you. Why would she say that if she didn't call? Young Miami is just playing into this. I'm telling you, I could tell by the way that she's going about it. And so she said, you're weird, but always trying to act like I'm a weirdo. I'm always, you always mad. It's always a problem. And I'll try to do is push you and tell you the ish. You can rap, you should model, etc. You always mad doing your ish as if, you're always mad doing your ish as you should. Congratulations, but somehow you still mad. So she's trying to make her out to be a mad woman, right? I don't get it. That's what it sounds like Young Miami is doing. She's trying to set the tone for JT. But I mean, we've seen JT get certain gigs and be in certain spots, Fashion Week, overseas, doing things. Why would you even try to say that about her publicly? I don't like that. Let me tell you something about me. You could say something about me, it depends on what you say, but then you could say something publicly where I just find it to be malicious. Like as we go into Saucy Santana tweets, I would never speak to him, like never, because he tried to play her on some next level. So let's keep going. Typically, like I stress myself out and I have a different tab for all of these. I'm not doing that. Y'all can see me scroll. I'm not doing that no more. There's too much time wasted. That's what be making me come late for too many times. It'd just be too much. So JT says that if she ever mad, there's a reason behind closed doors. Young Miami says that they spoke on the phone. So she said, Jatavia, we just got off the phone. I'm so confused how we back on the internet. So she said, if I'm ever mad, I have a reason to be behind closed doors. You have done stuff to me that you think I should just get over. You never come to my defense when I would have literally took a bullet for you. When CP popped off, I was there first episode. And when someone canceled, I showed up in a red wig. Keep calling me mad like the internet do, but you know me and my heart pump gold. I wish you the best always. And I love how fast you got on there behind Santana. Oh, yes, that is true. And so many tweeters are talking about that, how she gets on there and she gets behind Santana. Yes, it's a fact. It's a fact. It looks like to me that she sees more value or whatever. Or I'm telling you, it'd be these secret little things like jealous of the Nicki connection. You know, if you think about it, JT was on the Super Freaky Girl, three times platinum single. Where was Young Miami? Nicki don't rock with her, and I could tell that she's fake, and that's why she don't. Like, I'm not just saying that Nicki's opinion is everything over it, but I could tell why she don't rock with her. Young Miami is fake. I ain't like how she handled that situation about Carisha Please and that whole thing. She tried to be funny. So anyway, I'm not reading that replies. So I'm off that. And so she said, Jatavi, I love you. I'm moving on. And she said, I love you more. I actually love you the most. So they ended it with love. This tweet was before the phone conversation. Don't know why it didn't go through. Maybe because everyone blowing up my phone and I still stands. I'm glad to see how you respond and you nonchalant about everything else. Yeah, you don't. I want to get into the Kim Barbie tweets. Is that on Coffee City? I think I've seen that over here. I don't think they gave Kim Barbie press. Did they give him press over here? All right. Thank God this is almost over. Shit. All right, so that's that. So then Saucy Santana stepped back into it. So Saucy Santana says that he's been receiving shade from JT for a while, mentioned situations spanning 3 years. What have I ever done to you? So he said, bingo, the last sentence is a problem. This is what's always been. How much I bigged you up, had your back, been with you through highs and lows, always congratulated and boosted your confidence and ego. You know the real, so why it's always shade for me. 1 minute you love me, next minute I'm Carisha friend. Yep, because I know I can relate to that. You ever be friends with a person and they friends with somebody you don't like? Yeah, we all guilty of that. I don't even think it's something guilty in a negative way. You ever been friends with somebody and you like, that's your friend. They don't like you. We're not forced to like everybody. Listen, I'm one of those friends, honestly, back in the day when, like, say we walking down the street and you see one of your friends, I'm going to walk up a little bit more and I'm going to wait for you, especially if I don't know them. I'm not going to be in the mix, not doing all that, especially if it's a person if I don't feel like that. Nah, I'm a friend I'm going to wait at the corner for you. Yeah, I'm going to wait at the corner, you know. Yeah, I'm going to wait. It depends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because you're friends with somebody, maybe she's seen something in you that she don't like. She has a right to change her opinion and not a right not to like you. And this is not going to help Saucy Santana. So I think he's trying to be meddled and mixed into this mayhem, and it's just not going to work. So he said that you're Carisha friend. That's a fact. So never did nothing to you, JT. Somehow I always ended up receiving the shade from the live when you first got out, which then followed Block Boy JB calling him a derogatory name. And you sat there snatching mics at Rolling Loud, calling me your favorite op on your birthday. What have I ever done to you besides be a friend? Let me tell you something that you also don't know, right? Probably. I'm speculating. Like, you know, how do you know that that Young Miami didn't tell her maybe you was talking about her behind her back or something? It's probably a reason why she feels that way towards you. I don't think that she just dislikes him for a reason. Maybe she don't like how you mixed into their girl group or whatever and you just there. Maybe she don't like that. I mean, there's a number of reasons, and there's probably reasons that they'll never say publicly, but she obviously has her reason. She said that you're her friend, and yeah, that's that. Maybe you veer towards Young Miami more, and she noticed that you're not there for her. Now, I'm not one of those people. Some people are really good at forcing themselves in the situation. Once I realize that you're not for me, you're not for me. I'm not trying to force it. I'm not trying to repaint pictures. I'm not trying to think that you said something different. If I feel like you insulted me, you insulted me. I'm not trying to repaint anything because you know what? It's too many other people who love you unconditionally and just love you for what you do instead of trying to force yourself into situations. Like I'm the type of person like how JT is. She just take herself out of the whole equation and then both of y'all hurt. Now y'all both hurt thinking about me and y'all probably talking all crazy. Yeah, just take yourself out of the equation completely. So if Young Miami is obviously choosing Santana, she probably said, you know what? I need to rid myself of both of them. I'm pretty sure she's still cool with Young Miami, but I'm one of those people where especially like if I have friends and I feel like it's the one friend I don't like and you know, they trying to act like they trying to be jealous and make it seem like they more closer buddy. I'm gonna rid both of y'all. I'm gonna rid both because the world is too big. Life, of course, things happen, but life is too long. And it's like I meet people all the time. Like imagine me being pressed for a friend. No, only people who are like that are people who operate in low self-esteem. Honestly, nah, you move around. I'm big at moving around, so move around. Y'all not friends, and don't be mad at it. So she said your career started from being disrespected online. You really trying to play me as one of those people who hate those type of people? Wow. And this is what I wanted to say. After Saucy Santana did that, I would never trust him again. It's 11:40 already. Oh my God. She said, wow. To be fair, I didn't know how to work live. I just had got out and Rolling Loud got time limits. I gave you my mic to begin with. Whoa, shaking my head, baby. Don't do this to me. For him to say that to you and he's trying to turn people against you. I watch what people say. He wanted to turn people against you for saying that. That's what that means. That's exactly what that means. Wait, was that that was that? I hope this is over. Santana says he owed a phone conversation with JT in response to people saying it has nothing to do with him. I was friends with you both. Find your. Oh, I'm not pulling that up. I don't even want that on my screen. So that's that. What do y'all think is going to happen with this matter? How the story ends? Interesting. So that story ends. I don't think it's anything else going on over there. So Megan Thee Stallion is bragging about some flowers that Glorilla sent her. Thank you for these huge pretty flowers, Glow. I came downstairs and so surprised. I can't wait to hit the road with you this summer. String wanna be for a butt as big as Glow's. Where's that song at right now? What did y'all think about Megan Thee Stallion verse on it? I felt like this is what I will say. Because I heard her verse on Glorilla's song. I think it's better than anything Cardi will do, but it still wasn't. I felt like I've heard that from Megan Thee Stallion already. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't like when it's so evident. Oh, 7 Minute Drill came back on iTunes. I guess him squashing the beef with Kendrick Lamar, I guess that did some good for him. So people went and rushed to listen to it. Okay. So yeah, what did y'all think about Megan's verse on that song or what Glorilla's song? I just felt like, and I felt like the hook was stupid. Get him glow, get him glow, get him glow, get him glow, go Meg, go Meg. It was just like, come on, that's all y'all could come up with for a hook. It was just a little silly to me. President Biden unveiled that new student debt forgiveness plans. This is what, listen, let me tell you what Biden is doing. He's trying to do this to win over the Democratic vote. This is exactly what this is about. President Joe Biden unveiled new student debt forgiveness plan that will benefit over 30 million Americans. If that's the thing, you know how I told y'all about them initiatives that when I was going through that thing, that video with that mayor of Dalton, they like to do. It's about to be election time, so this is supposed to lure you in. This is just like this is like the weekly flyer, the weekly store flyer, and it's like they're trying to reel you in. So a new student loan debt forgiveness plan that will benefit over 30 million Americans if plans are finalized. They ain't finalized the last plan. Listen, I don't know if you know, but I be finding myself going to the supermarket a lot, just because I eat a lot of highly, what is the word that's right on my tongue, on the end of my tongue? Perishable. I eat a lot of highly perishable foods like fruits and vegetables, things like that. So I go to the supermarket like every 2 to 3 days, right? So have y'all noticed the prices? Like this been happening, but inflation is up crazy. Let me give you an example. I bake for my business, right? And a certain sugar that I use, which is what is the name of that sugar again? What is the name of it? It's like a Texas sugar. They're located here in Texas too. It's a high quality sugar. When I first started doing that sugar was $1.78. It's almost a whole dollar difference up. Like everything is up. The prices, talk about controlling rent, talk about inflation, gas prices, everything. The summertime when it gets nice outside, that's what makes the gas prices go up because more people are driving. But listen, it's like the gas prices and the food and everything is going up, but is your pay going up? This is why you got to find something to do to make more money. You have to. You got to, because the way that the way like with the economy now, man, So let's listen to what he's saying on here about the student loan BS. I'm not buying it.
Rule to cancel up to $20,000 in runaway interest for any borrower.
Wasn't it like, was it 20,000 before?
It owes more now than when they started paying the loan. And for low and middle class families enrolled in my SAVE program, will cancel all of your interest, Second, we plan to cancel student debt for borrowers who still owe student loans, even though they started repaying them more than 2 decades ago. Folks, third, we plan to cancel debt for about 2 million borrowers who would be eligible for debt forgiveness through the SAVE program.
Sweetheart, all I hear is a plan. You know what these plans got to do? You know how like it got to go through the legislative branches? It has to go through, it just has to make its way through Congress, right? It's not going to be approved. I hate to say that to be wrong, but it's not. These are the games and the trick bags that they play to get you like, yeah, I'm going to vote for. Listen, you're going to listen. This is exactly what it is. Follow this closely and see if this comes into fruition. He's already submitted, an idea like this, and it didn't go through. Congress did not pass it. It's not going to happen. I hate to be negative and say it. It's not going to happen. It's about to be election season, and he's trying to get people on his side, and this is just one of the ways. Let's talk about reparations. Maybe maybe that'll get. Let's talk about a definite plan for reparations. All right, we could talk about that. Like this doesn't amuse me at all. Let me know how you feel about that as well. Look at this. Aoki. So she has reportedly ended her fling with Vittorio Asaf. She was dating a 65-year-old, 21 years old. So according to the page 6, Aoki and Vittorio are done. It's 100% done. They're absolutely not dating. A source close to Aoki told page 6. Sources also reported that the mother, Kimura C. Lemons, was pissed about her youngest daughter's thing. She learned from mama. How you gonna be mad at her? When I tell you, I promise you, let me keep this up while I say this. And I got this eerie feeling when it happened. Be very careful, especially when you have a child and your child looks up to you. They're going to do everything like you, right? So much to the fact that when I said this before, when that thing happened to Whitney Houston and I seen how much her daughter loved her, whatever, I promise you, I said something is going to happen to her daughter the same way. What happened? What happened? Your kids look up to you. They see what you, and if this is a day and time of the internet, you don't think that they like, well, mommy did it. Why can't I do it? How could it be that dangerous or whatever? The only thing I took away from the situation is that she seemed to be there, fully cognizant, and she wasn't forced, and it wasn't any type of coercion going on. So I couldn't be mad at her for that. But it's just like, your child learns from you. Children follow in their parents' footsteps. And it's like, you got to break the mold with that. So anyway, let's move on. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. I want to go over here. This is why I put Cardi B name in the title, right? So I feel like Cardi B, shout out to Coffee City. I seen this on her page. So please make sure that you like this video. Thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel. See, I don't even be looking at my home screen. I know y'all be like, he is so rude. He don't even be reading comments. I'm sorry. I just be like in the moment. I got to start doing better with that. And by the way that YouTube is playing with me, I'm definitely about to start going back to doing uploads because what? Hold on. See, they playing games. I'm not doing that. I be going to people's channel. They be talking about violence and all types of stuff, and they videos be having ads playing on it. And then it's like with me, I didn't talk about anything crazy, and you automatically limited my video. Like, what's the issue? Now I'm about to just start going back to doing uploads. I know I like to come and talk and whatever, but yeah, I'm about to stop doing this now because it doesn't serve me. It don't. So I'm not going to say I never will go live again, but I'm going to have to limit it extremely because you're playing with my money now. You playing with it. Yeah. Nope. So listen. So earlier, Ken Barbie, who was associated with Cardi B, JT was talking about, JT posted how the guy wanted her to twerk or shake it in the club or whatever. So Ken Barbie made a post about it, and then she said, "What's negative about me not wanting to shake her butt in that very moment?" Brickback. She called him Brickback. You sound so stupid. You sound so stupid. So he said, girl, everybody posting it. You've been online arguing with yourself for the past week. I promise whatever you're going through, there's a crisis hotline for it. What I don't like is that he's doing the attack for Cardi B. He gets away with doing it. She's somewhere laughing about it because you know that Cardi B knows that she mentioned her name today when JT said that, you know, you're Cardi B's lapdog or whatever the case may be. If that Cardi B, she knows what she's doing. She don't want to look like, you know, she's in on it. This is the person who you're closely associated with. Why you can't tell them to stop? Because you want to feel like you got somebody. She want to feel like she got a Khalil. That's, you know, like, and that type of thing. Nicki doesn't, in my opinion, she doesn't encourage that, but he's a blogger, and you make it your business to attack everybody who is on, who likes Nicki or show Nicki some sort of love. Has Kim Barbie ever went at Akbar? I don't remember that. I can't remember it. So what did he say after that? Hold on. See that? They didn't post everything. So girls, shut up and stop trying to bring everybody into your ish because you need someone to beef with so bad. You've been going at it for a week straight. You've discredited my race, nationality, called me all types of stuff in the DM. And she said, what's negative about me not wanting to shake it? This was posted twice. I be getting confused by the way I be posting tweets sometimes. She said, oh, that's why he said, you're taking a long calculated, what'd she say? You're taking too long calculated mutt. Are you getting permission to speak? And what she say, your face is a humiliation ritual. Your obsession with Nicki Minaj is a humiliation ritual. How did she get in this? You're a lapdog for Cardi B. So he said, obsessed. You call me a lapdog and I acknowledge who you're actually one for. Cardi doesn't run my blog. I do. Now go cite them. This is like you were told. He got a vendetta against her. And this is all, and Cardi B is sitting back doing nothing. I pointed this out in my other video that I uploaded as well. Cardi B, I don't care what nobody says, right? If Cardi B and Megan is friends, those are friends that I would not want to be. Megan even mentioned one time that she wanted to do a mixtape with Cardi B, right, or something like that, or do an EP, right? Now I'm not saying that social media likes and everything means something, but what I want to say is that I've been looking around and seeing Cardi B liking other people's statuses and stuff like that. Cardi ain't like no status from Glorilla or Megan Thee Stallion with their new rollout of their song. I also seen how Natalie Nunn called Cardi out to do some sort of twerk for Glorilla and Megan's song. You know Cardi ain't doing no twerk. She's not going to boost them because if they're doing better than her, she doesn't want them to be doing better than her. That's the real talk. Make sure that I clip this part. Yeah. So, yeah, I noticed that. I don't know if y'all realize that, though, but I implore you, if you just a person who just like to see what's going on, Cardi's been all over Star Brim's page and, you know, Shakira's page and, you know, stuff like that. But Cardi hasn't, like, it's been a while since Cardi and Meg liked each other's status on since they liked each other's status on Instagram or anything like that. Now, I'm not trying to say that's the end all be all, but I do believe that tea that Nicki dropped about what Megan was saying secretly behind the scenes about her homegirl that she do songs with, I do think Cardi probably, now I think that she may be questioning like, oh, she is fake. And you remember when Cardi was up on that live with Star Brim, she said she don't have no friends in the industry, how people was fake and this and that, right? We'll see, because I guarantee you when Megan goes to New York, she's going to try to bring Cardi out. I guarantee you. Now, if Cardi don't come out in New York for that New York date, it's definitely an issue. Come on. My whole thing is this, right? You typically, I've seen Nicki like girl statuses or pictures and stuff by them, like, you know, that they post. I've seen like, I follow so many different people that it's probably people who you don't even know about, like different reggae artists and stuff. I be seeing Nicki just on the humble, like they stuff and be like on their posts and stuff like that, right? I'm like, wow, she showed love to a lot of people. For it to be Cardi B and Megan, who you collaborated 2 times with, somebody who you brung out of her whole, you know, her silence with Tory Lanez and all that. Y'all don't show each other love. It's like, what happened to all of the love? No. So I thought that was funny yesterday when Natalie Nunn had nominated in the comments on this same blog, not this blog, I'm sorry, on the Neighborhood Talk. She was like, I nominate Cardi B to do the twerk. Cardi ain't never respond to it, and she's not going to respond. You think she want to add to the success of that song? Now, if she do it after this, then you know something is up. But yeah, I was like, am I the only person who notices? Cardi's not going to respond to that. She don't want nobody doing better than her, and enough done had enough. Enough done had enough. But they still trying to pump radio play into it though, but it done had enough. It ain't on Spotify and it's dropping. So shoot, and then wait, Taylor Swift come out at the end of the month. She's lucky that it's not the end of the month, because if Taylor Swift dropped that album around the time of Beyonce, that would have been like a 2-for-1. Both of them songs would have been up out of there. They would have been up out. But yeah, I definitely, as it pertains to this, I think that Ken Barbie does a lot of the hate that Cardi B can't directly do. He targets JT. You know, he's not black. He's not. And yeah, I do think that it lives through him and that he can say certain things to her. And that's why JT is saying what she said. Like, you know, you're a lapdog for Cardi B. You're doing everything. All of the hate that you're spewing is for Cardi. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. So anyway, let's move on. Give me a second. Because I'm about to get up out of here. I did not expect to be live for this long. Oh. Give me a second. All right. So shout out to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2 tour makes history as the most successful tour by a female rapper, grossing $34.9 million from 220,000 tickets sold in its first 17 shows. That's crazy. She made $34 million. She made 34.9 million. So that's basically round up. That's 35. Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. So shout out to Nicki. So touring data says that Nicki Minaj earned her highest grossing concert of all time on March 30th, 2024, with 2.858 million at Madison Square Garden in the Pink as part of the Pink Friday 2 tour. That's crazy. Nicki, get the money. Get the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of Nicki. She also shut down Dreamville yesterday. How many of y'all caught that? Like, Nicki did her thing yesterday. I honestly, I felt like, tell me if because I don't see all of the tour footage, right? But let me know this. I felt like Nicki had went all out for Dreamville. This is how I personally felt, right? Because I feel like when Nicki be going, hold on. I felt like when Nicki be going on tour, like, or whatever, she be so all the way up them stairs sometimes. I feel like maybe it's because I'm not there. I feel like the energy is off, but I be feeling like she just go up there and she do her little thing and then she leaves and goes down inside of the stage, right? But I felt like she was actually doing a lot there. Like, I love when she performed Roman's Revenge as well. Let me bring that up real quick. Give me a second. I love how she did this. She looked good. Like, I'm gonna say this after she performed though, but I like how she caught herself too. She was about to go in and then she realized it wasn't. Let's go.
I am not jabbing, I am Aladdin. So far ahead, these bumps is lagging. See me in that new thing, bumps is gagging. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon.
Whoa.
Like a dungeon dragon. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon.
Now, when I tell you Nicki gave you everything, female rapper, now, you know, when you start getting up a little age, like Nicki's still popping down, dropping it. When she dropped down like that, I felt my back hurt. I'm like, damn, she really into this. I felt like she did a lot here. Like, I'm not saying Nicki does a lot on her tour every night though, right? But she was in rare form for this performance. I felt like she did her thing.
Look at my show footage, how these hoes be spazzing. So fuck, I look like being back to a hazard. Yes, Daddy! Hang it up!
Yeah.
Asthma. Hey, nigga.
Asthma.
I got the pumps and they got medicine.
I got bars. Senesin. Yeah, Nicki did her thing. I was proud of her at Dreamville. She also gave a speech as well. Let's get into this.
You guys, I want to tell you something. I want to say, first of all, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you supported me ever, Thank you. God bless you. Shout out to J. Cole for having me. And we're going to do this last song and get up on out of here so he can get up on his stage. But I just want to tell you guys, God bless you. Live in the moment. And choose to be happy every single day for the rest of your life. Okay? Let's go.
You know what I also love too? This might not be something that you really pay attention to, right? Like I was telling you the other day, I felt like I love the fact that Nicki has always showed so much appreciation for her fans or whatever, but I feel like she's putting an emphasis on it and making sure that she says it a lot more, like in her shows and stuff, like just being thankful for the crowd or whatever, right? But yeah, what I really loved about this performance was the outfit. You know, we so used to seeing her on tour with, like, you know, with the not the onesie, but like with the leotard or like whatever she's wearing, like whatever they call those type of outfits. But I liked her outfit. Like I felt like it was still very sexy, and it was like it's off white. I felt like she just looked good. You know what I'm saying? So I like when she looked like that sometimes. Nicki is so tiny though, but yeah, I think that Nicki is just, you know, letting her fans know that she appreciates them and that, yeah, you know. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So you know how we seen her the night before when she was with her husband and she was in New York City eating pizza, right? Sometimes I think that people take this away. I don't know if you ever thought about this in this situation like this though, right? But so for example, the night before we seen her in New York and she had her hair just like that, right? So many times I feel like people have to feel like they have to perform magic tricks, where it's like today when she performed, where last night when she performed, she was supposed to do something different, like blonde hair or pink hair or whatever hair. That's how I could tell that's one of her favorite hairstyles, because she likes to wear that a lot. So I'm happy. Like, to me, that might be something a little corny, but it's normal to me because it's like we just seen her the night before with her hair like that. So you would think typically you would overthink it in Nicki fashion and be like, oh, she's just like the richest rap bitch. So it's like she's gonna have her hair like a whole different way, you know. She's gonna have, who knows how she's gonna come, but she had it the same way and she still looked good. So I like regular things like that sometimes. So, you know, I know that I might be taking it a little bit too far, but hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. Like, she ain't think out of the box and be like, I gotta have a whole pink wig on, or, you know, whatever the case may be. She still looked good. And I could tell, like, even when she started her tour initially, the first week when she started her tour, and she had the straight hair up in Oakland, and was it Denver? Was it Oakland? I don't know if she had curly hair in Denver, but when she opened the show up, the tour up, I said, wow, she not wearing her curly hair? Because even if you go back and look at her tour from the last time for the European tour, she wore all wet and wavy hair. So I know that that's you know, an aesthetic that she loves, and she looks good with her hair like that. So shout out to Nicki, you know what I'm saying? Ignoring the haters. Ignoring Megan Thee Stallion trying to get her attention on, you know, trying to go live and talking about, you know, she was trying to like use the words from the Bigfoot when Nicki was like, the things we know about you, you know what I'm saying? The things you lied about or whatever. Nicki is tunnel vision to everything. She tunnel vision to everything. And I kind of think, and this is just my own opinion, she whacked whoever she whacked. But I feel like there's a little part of Nicki that realizes that, especially with going on tour and doing what she does. I think that she knows that these people never deserved that from her. They never deserved it. They didn't deserve to be attached to her name, especially Cardi B. Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki, they had some real issues, but especially like some whack non-musical, like you never deserve to be attached to her name. And I think that she's basking in that. Like, I'm not going to be on tour and responding to nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? People just never really deserved her attention like that. And I think that she knows that more after coming out saying what really matters in front of the crowd. So shout out to Nicki Minaj. Yeah. So listen, let me read some of these comments before I get up out of here. You said I hope she don't respond to Megan. I gotta make sure my camera is positioned right because it's a little over. I need to push it over a little this way. Imagine listening to Rich Spirit seeing green. I hope she don't respond to Megan. Please don't respond, Nicki. Let's see. My dream collab is Nicki and Kendrick. Rocking that playtime is over here, yo. The dress down casual looks are fire. Yeah, I like it. Sometimes the whole, like, you know, because I like a lot of her different looks, but to me, it was like I really liked how she served it up in this look, with the black, with the off-white on. She just looked good, you know? She looked really good. So anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. It's 12:05. How long I've been live? been live for an hour and 33 minutes, and they got the nerve to play with the monetization. Stop playing with me. Stop. So listen, this is your boy LaRon, Potent Pondering. I'm up out of here. Peace. Y'all have a great night. Be safe. All of that. All right. Peace.